Hey there, fellow history buffs and science enthusiasts. Have you ever heard of a man who survived an iron rod shooting through his skull? It might sound like something out of a movie, but this actually happened in real life. Today, we're diving into the incredible story of Phineas Gage, a tale that changed our understanding of the human brain forever. So, grab a seat and get ready for a journey back to the 1800s. We're about to explore one of the most famous cases in neuroscience history. Let's set the scene. It's September 13th, 1848, in Cavendish, Vermont. Phineas Gage is a 25-year-old railroad construction foreman. He's known for being efficient, capable, and well-liked by his crew. On this particular day, Gage is working on a new section of railroad. His job involves blasting away rock to make way for the tracks. It's a dangerous job, but Gage is experienced and careful. The process of blasting rock involves drilling holes and filling them with explosives. Sand is then added on top of the explosives to direct the blast downward. A long iron rod is used to tamp down the sand and create a more effective explosion. Gage has done this hundreds of times before without incident, but on this day, something goes terribly wrong. Gage is distracted for a moment, possibly by someone calling his name. He begins to tamp the sand before his assistant has added it to the hole. The iron rod strikes the rock, creating a spark. This spark ignites the explosive powder in the hole. In a split second, the tamping iron becomes a projectile. It shoots upward with incredible force. The rod, 3 feet 7 inches long and 1.25 inches in diameter, pierces Gage's left cheek. It continues through his brain and exits through the top of his skull. The iron lands about 80 feet away, covered in blood and brain matter. Amazingly, Gage doesn't lose consciousness immediately. He is thrown onto his back by the force, but sits up within minutes. He can speak and even walks with little help to an ox cart nearby. His men take him to a local hotel where he is met by Dr. John Martin Harlow. Dr. Harlow, who will become famous for treating Gage, is shocked by what he sees. Gage's injuries are severe, but he remains conscious and coherent. He tells Dr. Harlow, "Here is business enough for you," showing remarkable composure. Over the next few days, Gage's condition worsens as infection sets in. He falls into a semi-comatose state, and his family fears the worst. But Gage is a fighter, and against all odds, he begins to recover. By November, just 2 months after the accident, Gage is able to walk. He even takes short trips outside, amazing everyone who sees him. His physical recovery is nothing short of miraculous, but as time goes on, it becomes clear that Gage isn't quite the same person he was before. People who knew Gage before the accident noticed significant changes in his personality. His friends famously declare that Gage was no longer Gage. He becomes fitful, irreverent, and impatient of restraint or advice. Gage, once known for his efficiency and reliability, now struggles to hold down a job. His behavior is erratic, and he often makes poor decisions. This dramatic change in Gage's personality fascinated the medical community. At the time, the role of the brain in shaping personality was not well understood. Gage's case provided concrete evidence that damage to specific parts of the brain could alter behavior. It challenged the prevailing view that the brain functioned as a single, uniform organ. Gage's story became a landmark case in the history of neuroscience. It helped pave the way for our modern understanding of brain function. Today, we know that the area damaged in Gage's brain was the frontal lobe. This region is crucial for decision-making, emotional regulation, and social behavior. But let's return to Gage's story. Despite his struggles, Gage managed to adapt to his new reality. He worked various jobs, including as a stagecoach driver in Chile for several years. This showed that while changed, Gage was still capable of living a productive life. In 1860, Gage's health began to decline. he moved back to the United States to live with his family in California. On May 21st, 1861, nearly 13 years after his accident, Phineas Gage passed away. The cause was believed to be epileptic seizures, likely a long-term effect of his injury. Gage's skull and the tamping iron that pierced it were preserved. They are now on display at the Warren Anatomical Museum at Harvard Medical School. These artifacts serve as a tangible reminder of Gage's incredible story. In the years since Gage's accident, his case has been studied extensively. Modern imaging techniques have allowed scientists to reconstruct the path of the rod. This has provided new insights into exactly which parts of Gage's brain were damaged. These studies have helped refine our understanding of brain function and personality. Gage's story has also become part of popular culture. It's often cited as an example of how brain injury can dramatically alter a person. However, it's important to note that many details of Gage's life after the accident are disputed. Some researchers argue that accounts of his personality change may have been exaggerated. Regardless of the exact details, Phineas Gage's case remains a cornerstone of neuroscience. It opened up new avenues of research into brain function and personality. Today, Gage's story is taught in psychology and neuroscience classes around the world. It serves as a powerful example of the brain's complexity and resilience. Gage's experience also highlights the challenges faced by those with brain injuries. It reminds us of the need for compassion and support for individuals dealing with such trauma. While medical care has advanced significantly since Gage's time, brain injuries remain a serious issue. As we wrap up Phineas Gage's story, let's reflect on its lasting impact. It's a tale of survival against incredible odds, a case that changed the course of neuroscience, and a reminder of the brain's crucial role in shaping who we are. So, there you have it, the incredible story of Phineas Gage, from railroad foreman to a pivotal figure in neuroscience history. His experience continues to fascinate and inform us over 170 years later. What do you think about Gage's story? How might our understanding of the brain change in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video interesting, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep exploring the wonders of science and history.